How's it going, YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Memory here today. Today I am bringing you guys a best of 3 against Sergeant Booty Buckets here. That's on YouTube. He'll probably have a comment down below. Give him a big old like on whatever comment he comments down below. And maybe reply to that guy. You know, say, hey, good game or whatever. You know, just out of courtesy, you know. But anyway. My goodness, dude, he's rocking it with Slaking, Lapras, Weezing, Skarmory, Raichu, and Scizor. This looks like a VGC team, and we're playing singles, so at least I have something going for me, but this team looks scary nonetheless. This is the team that is currently in the lead. It still has like 24 hours on the vote, but I wanted to get this battle in. Because me and this guy's been practically been trying to battle for like 2 weeks. So this may not be the team that you guys have voted for. But this team is currently in the lead. So I'm kind of rocking out with it right now. But we'll know if what team really won your guys' votes. Probably. I probably already know on this upload. By this upload. But you guys probably won't fully know until either Saturday or Sunday's video. Anyway, let's rock out with this Regirock team. Anyway, he's leading off with Raichu against Regirock. Raichu could definitely be a very strong supportive Pokemon. You can also have Serve, Focus Blast. Very, very scary Pokemon. You could also just go for a Thunderbolt, predicting the Regirock to switch. My man's going for Vote Switch. Fantastic. At least I get some Stealth Rocks up, because I think these Stealth Rocks are going to be important in today's video. Or in today's game, and also in this video. Alright, Scizor coming out. Alright, so I don't know what kind of Scizor you are. Knowing that you probably watch my videos, I could assume that you are a Lumberry Scizor, because I've had so much success with that, you know, and I know you've watched quite a bit of my videos. But that's not a very safe assumption at all, because Scizors can run leftover Scizor. I've seen choice banded Scizor actually. Not so I think the best thing is, hey, we got our Stealth Rocks up. Let's just go ahead and see what the Scizor wants to do. Go straight for the Defog. Okay. You know what? That's fine. This gives me a Thunder Wave onto the Scizor, which could come important later on in the game. So knowing that you went straight for that Defog tells me that you have a Pokemon that has Focus Sash. I would assume anyway. Because if you're wanting to get rid of the rocks, that's a high priority. You go straight into Scizor. Scizor could have took some hits. Let's just go for the Rock Slide and see what happens. Ooh, he didn't go for Bullet Punch. Very interesting. Do you have Rock Smash, Brick Break? You should go for U-Turn. Okay. So Regirock's here. You know, he's putting in some screen time, putting in some work. You know, he can take some hits. The problem is, right, we don't have like a really good recovery with Regirock, and you know this Lapras is scaring Regirock right now. He's sweating just a little bit after that Lapras comes in. But we have Pokemon that can actually come in and take a water attack, take probably an ice attack relatively well too. Is Gyarados the right play? Because I don't necessarily know if Freeze Dry is in this game, and if it is, that's not the right play. We go into Ursaring for sure. I think we should be able to outspeed with our Ursaring. We should be able to take an attack. We get our Flame Orb activated, then we outspeed and go for close combat. Yeah, I mean, Lapras don't hit that hard, does it? Yeah, we take an attack. Yeah, we're alright, we're alright. What wants to come into this? I don't know much. I don't know much that wants to come into a Guts boosted Ursaring right now, you know? We got the close combats. This is doing some damage to something, right? Scizor ain't gonna like this, my man. And if that's your Defogger, that's the only way you can get rid of Stealth Rocks, my man. Okay, so he did survive. He did survive. Oh, that's a little That sucks a little bit. But we're alright. We're okay. Expecting the Bullet Punch, we can go straight into Gyarados. We intimidate the Scizor, and then we can go from there. He might want to go for Roost, predicting us to switch. Being afraid of the Bullet Punch, that's fine. Gyarados is a fantastic Pokemon to come in here because this gives me a chance. Really, that Scizor cannot threaten the Gyarados, right? Gyarados can set up on it, especially when it's intimidated. Scizor is not very threatening at all to a Gyarados. We can set up a Dragon Dance or two, as long as he wants to stay in with your Scizor, you know? Like, if you decide, hey, I'm going to let him take out my Scizor, I'm just going to keep him in, I'm going to start setting up some Dragon Dances, you know, because you're not threatening me, obviously. The Paralyzation could definitely come in handy as well, and that's set up due to a Regirock, you know? Allowing, maybe he gets fully paralyzed here or something, you know, and then he can't do anything. So maybe it's a little, ooh, I called it, and he was going to go for something. Don't really know what you could have went for, because then you do have, you probably have Roost, even though you have Defog. Do you have Swords Dance? I don't know. I don't know all the answers. But we're setting up again. If I can get to +2, because I think at that point we're strong enough to handle just about everything. The only issue would be is that Raichu, right? That Raichu may have Focus Sash, and if it does, if I feel like it has Focus Sash, like if he brings it in, because that's why he got rid of Stealth Rocks. If he brings it in, then we know, hey, it has Focus Sash. Let's just go for the water attack right now. I don't want necessarily reveal that I have an Earthquake, but he probably already knows I have Earthquake. That's the biggest thing, you know? Anyway, Scizor goes down. Yeah, here comes the Raichu. He was playing me. He knows that he has the Focus Sash. And I know that he's probably going to go for a Volt Switch of some sort. We can deny that, though. We can definitely deny that. We have Garchomp. We'll switch on out. I hate to lose that setup, but that's fine. That's fine. I'd much rather have this situation anyway. He's probably going to have to hard switch if he wants to switch now, right? He may want to stay in. I don't know. But setting up a free substitute and then follow up with a Swords Dance, we're slowly... Ooh, setting up a nasty plot right in front of the Garchomp. Very, very interesting. Yeah, you're definitely telling me that you're Focus Sash for sure, and I probably have to get rid of you, right? And so instead of setting up, I'm just going to go ahead and throw an Earthquake. Because there shouldn't be... I should at least get him right down to his Focus Sash. No problem whatsoever. Only problem is somebody's going to have to take this +2 Surf. Yeah, there's the Focus Sash. I don't necessarily know if we have anyone that's really willing to take the Surf from the Raichu. Especially the Gyarados, because then he can follow up with basically anything. So I'd just say we go for another EQ. Garchomp should take this. Like, it is +2 from the Raichu, and it's going to hit hard, but Garchomp can take it. Fantastic. So Garchomp's not necessarily going to be set up Pokemon for us at all, but that's perfectly fine. Gyarados is now free to set up. That's what it comes down to. Gyarados is officially free to set up and do whatever he needs to do. Skarmory comes out. Very, very interesting to see. I can go into Regirock now. If he's going to want to set up some Stealth Rocks, I can set up some Stealth Rocks too. Ooh, Swords Dance? Are you Weak Armor Skarmory by any chance? Because that would be really, really cool to see. That would be really, really neat to see, because that's a Pokemon I really like to run myself. Switching right on out though, not really having the answer, and going into Lapras. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and set up these Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rock seems very important, right? Because one, the Lapras is going to take a big chunk of it once it switches out now. We can force... We know our Ursaring can take a Surf, but we really want to go ahead and sack Garchomp, right? Let Ursaring come in for free. Because Garchomp really doesn't threaten anything, the rest of the team anyway. Let him take the Surf, let him be the one to go down. And then we have a half healthy Ursaring that can come in here and definitely threaten some huge damage, right? Like if you want to go into that Skarmory to take our close combat, be my guest. Because I guarantee you we can do at least half to it if it is a defensive one. Knowing that I've seen Swords Dance, you're telling me you're an offensive Skarmory, you ain't going to take this Guts boost very, very easily. So you are switching into Wheezing. Okay, hey, that's fine too because we do have that Facade. So even though this ain't going to be doing all that much, our Facade definitely will be. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be KO, but it is Guts boosted, it is Facade boosted, it is stabbed. And it's a super powerful attack that, hey, you took some damage, Wheezing. You took some damage. Like, if you were at full health, you definitely take this. But since you've half taken damage, I can definitely see you dropping right here. And I'm already burned. I'm already burned. That's the problem with Ursaring, though, y'all. That's the biggest problem. Ursaring just gets outsped by everything. But, man, he hits like a truck. My analogy for baseball was perfect. He's like that big power bat that you have on your team. You literally let him bat at the very bottom of your lineup, knowing that he's not going to be doing that much damage. But if he does do damage, he's hitting home runs, you know? I don't know what this Slaking wants to do. He'll definitely outspeed me. Go ahead and knock me out. That's perfectly fine. Go ahead and knock me out. And we can practically go into whatever we want, right? We gotta be smart about this, though. We probably want to bring in a setup Pokemon to set up an attack like our Gyarados. Our Drifblim wouldn't work. But we can definitely go into Gyarados. Or do we just want to go ahead and get 2 hits off? Let's go into Crobat. I think getting 2 hits off. Yeah, Crobat should outspeed the Slaking. So going for the big Brave Bird right here, and then we can follow up with a second Brave Bird. Definitely be in a good spot. He is switching though. He is switching, and that's the correct way to play Slaking. Going into the Skarmory. Okay, now we get to see if you're weak armor. Low key, I kind of want to see it. Not low key, because it could also be really, really bad. Let's see. Are you weak armor? No, my man's not weak armor. My man's not weak armor. So you're sturdy offensive Skarmory. Very, very interesting. We can easily go into Regirock here. That's our answer to the Skarmory because every time we bring out the Regirock, he does tend to switch it. So it's telling me that he doesn't have a good move to actually hit our Regirock. So it's a good thing to note. Probably, this is just preference off of what I've run on an offensive Skarmory. The flying and the rock attack usually has really, really good coverage on like everything, except for, you know, rock Pokemon. So, luckily for us, we actually do have a rock Pokemon on our team, and we're playing pretty well. I do have to say, we're keeping momentum on our side. He is setting up some sword dances. He's trying to get momentum. I don't know necessarily if I'm giving him any freeway though. Because I feel like his swords dances, he's trying to force him a little bit, and because you don't really have a good matchup here, right? You can't hit Regirock, so you need a switch. But then, who do you want to get Thunder Waved? It's very, very tough, very, very tough for him, I would imagine. Now, I don't condone this, but let's try for the Paraflinch. Come on, we got to try, right? We got to. This is like a huge chance. We actually didn't get it, so I don't feel too bad. We're going to keep trying, though. Eventually, we probably will. And that's probably going to be the death of the Skarmory. It's just para-flinching it to death. And not, you know what? I don't condone this. Don't try this at home, kids. But, you know, at the same time, I'm home. And I'm trying it. So maybe you should try it at home. Either way, the odds are, it's roughly about 60% chance, right? That either you're going to get a flinch or you're going to get a paralyzation, right? There's a flinch. So the odds are very much in your favor by going for rock slides like this. But the downfall is that rock slide can miss, you know, 90% accuracy. So our initial 60% is roughly more like 50% at that point, because what if a rock slide misses? Well, you know, but there's a paralyzation though. 50% of the time, 60% of the time if you want to be technical, but rock slide can miss. That's why I say 50% sometimes. But hey, man, can't believe para-flinching, you know? We're taking out the Skarmory. Oh! Oh, he's frustrated right now because really and truthfully, I kind of want to see what this Skarmory can do to me, but then again, I'm afraid because now he's like +4. He's frustrated. He's frustrated because that Skarmory went down. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, hey, we don't have to worry about that Skarmory no more. He probably, tell you honest truth, I just now thought of this. It's probably Steel Wing Skarmory +4. Probably knocks out Regirock. Not gonna lie. Ooh, Regirock was playing a very, very dangerous game there. Alright, we probably need to save Regirock for that Slaking, right? Who's our next Pokemon that can go down to this Lapras, basically? Expecting the water move, obviously. Really and truthfully, Drifblim, as much as I want him to do, he don't have a good matchup against Slaking. And I'm actually low-key kind of worried about trying to burn him, because what if he has Facade? What if my man is running Facade Slaking, just like how I was? So, really and truthfully, Drifblim here is probably okay to go. Like that might be a for the best 2 out of 3. Drifblim actually seemed like it didn't. I really don't need it to succeed in this victory. We can burn though right here. That'll just give our Hex a little bit more power. Plus having a burnt Lapras just negates the leftovers. And that's why sometimes you see players burning these special attackers. But if they notice that, hey, they have a leftovers or something, it's really just nice to negate that, you know? Hey, you have a leftovers, well, if I burn you, it negates it, basically. So now that, since your Lapras doesn't really have a good way of recovering, that means every damage I do to it at this point will stick to it. So now, and this is a big Pokemon, right? Lapras is huge because we don't really have a great way to answer it. Like, we're going to have to go in and hit this thing with Choice Banded Brave Bird and hope that it's a 2-hit KO and that he can't 1-hit KO me. It is a 2-hit KO, but he's going to finish me off right here. At least our damage sticked. At least it sticked. We got to save Regirock for that Slaking. I'm pretty certain that Regirock can fight a Slaking. I hope. It's one of those Pokemons that's not been status, though, you know, so we don't really have the greatest matchup for it. Gyarados might be an okay answer to fight the Slaking as well. Especially Intimidate Cycling. Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that. Yes, we'll have to let Gyarados Intimidate Cycle on the Slakings. Regirock takes the damage. So yes, let's finish off this Lapras. Let's go for that Earthquake. It'll finish off the Lapras, and then he'll have to bring in Slaking. He goes for probably the normal attack Body Slam. We go into Regirock, and then we cycle. Ooh, my man's bringing it in now? You bringing it in now? Hey, this is free damage. This kind of makes my life a little bit easier that you do this, because it's just free damage, right? This is free real estate. So, but I understand. He sees the Intimidate. He's like, man, if Slaking gets Intimidate cycled, at least I have a Pokemon I can switch to. It will faint due to the Stealth Rocks, but I do understand that play. Going for Regirock. 100% of the time, he might want to go for that Earthquake. And if he does, he does. That's all I can say is, like, if you do, you do. Body Slam, okay. Now, the question is for me... Oh, we got fully paralyzed. Okay. Right now, yeah, it's just a switch. It's a switching game. He has the Truant ability, obviously. We all know that. We switch, and then we switch back into Regirock, basically. And we should win due to timer. I hate to play it like that, but we got the Lapras. Lapras will go down to Stealth Rocks. After this Intimidate, we should be fine going back into Regirock and start attacking. So I feel like we have the momentum definitely on our side anyway. And a -1 Slaking is a lot easier to deal with than a not -1 Slaking. You know what I'm saying? That makes a big difference. It really does. So looks like timer will go down. But you know what? That's perfectly fine. We will go into Regirock and we hopefully we'll seal up this victory. Let's see. Yeah, we defeated him in the first game. Great game. Alright, guys, I'll catch you guys for game number 2. Alright, game number 2. Okay, in game number 1, he led Raichu. We led Regirock, right? And that was such a strong matchup for us. I have a feeling he's going to adapt, right? And go into the Lapras lead. I honestly feel like a Lapras lead is so strong right now for him. So if he does that, really and truthfully, Drifblim wasn't too bad just as a throwaway Pokemon anyway, right? So if we lead Drifblim for game number 2, is that bad? Also, does this Lapras have Freeze Dry? If it doesn't, we might be able to potentially win with the Gyarados. Again, though, I think we need the Stealth Rocks. We got so much to think about. I'm going to go Regirock. I know he can get rid of my Stealth Rocks pretty easily. But at least we forced that Scissor to go for that Defog. And that was able to give us a good play. Alright, Scizor. Fantastic. That's not a Lapras at all. So, whew. Alright, fantastic. We'll just Thunder Wave it right now, you know. He might go straight for a Defog. Some players do that, you know. I'm kind of curious to see what this Scizor wants to do. Does it want to Swords Dance? Bullet Punch? How much are you doing? Because we're thick. We're a thick Regirock. You know what I'm saying? Thunder Waving up, you know? And Regirock is important for that Slaking matchup, so we don't need to take too much damage at all, right? That Slaking is going to hit our team like a truck. Set up some Stealth Rocks and let's try and get out of here. It forces that Defog from that Scizor, and it may give us a free switch to whatever we want. Ooh, U-turn. Hey, okay. Someone's already taking some Stealth Rock damage. And for that Scizor to come in, he's going to have to take some Stealth Rock damage too. If he's planning on going to that Raichu right now to hit us with that Surf, all of a sudden his plans are ruined there because we set up the Stealth Rocks. Lapras comes out. Yeah, you know what? It's time to get out of Dodge. It's time. See how much damage that Lapras took due to just Stealth Rocks? My man, dude, Stealth Rocks are huge right now. Alright, so last time he just went for a Surf. If he goes for an Ice Beam, I honestly feel like it's going to do less damage anyway, so we can definitely go into the Ursaring. Ursaring can take whatever this Lapras wants to do, and we're threatening with the close combat. We could probably go for Facade. Really and truthfully, I believe Facade might be the right play. Alright. Fantastic. Let's go for that Facade, because, I mean, we're threatening this Lapras right now. And if he goes into Wheezing, he goes into Wheezing. Like, that's not the biggest ordeal. Wheezing does outspeed us. But if we can hit him where it hurts, you know, we're alright. We're alright. We're just going to go for it straight for that Facade. You know, game 1, we went for close combat. We got some huge damage out with it, but now we're being serious. We're like, hey, I got stabbed, guts boosted, attack right here. It's going to be more effective than a super effective attack. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're planning on switching like you are. Going into this Wheezing, can Wheezing take this attack? After Stealth Rocks, can Wheezing take this attack? This is a true answer right here. The answer is no. That did so much damage, y'all. That did so much damage. Like I said, the only problem with Ursaring is that it is so slow. But man, if you guys want to use some Ursaring action, hey, my man, it's a fun Pokemon. It's a fun Pokemon to do. I was talking to Glitch, though, and he said that if you put Sticky Web support on it, Ursaring is actually very, very good. And I was like, you know what, that might actually be true, because, you know, Sticky Webs is like the greatest move in the game. So, alright, so right here we're forcing the Skarmory to stay in, and he's gonna go Sleepy Bye, or he's gonna be switching. My man didn't know I had Yawn on my Ursaring here, and now this gives me a free Facade if he does this. If he switch. Hey, if you want to take my Ursaring out, which you didn't even take him out. That does decent damage. That's a lot of damage for a resisted attack, right? I mean, that's a lot of damage. We might go down to burn. We're alive, and Skarmory's asleep. Is he gonna switch it out, or is he gonna keep it in? That is a true answer, true question right there. Let's just go for one of those last ditch Facades and just see what happens. Skarmory's fast asleep. He kept it in. He kept it in. Alright, that's good damage. That's good damage. I'm okay with Ursaring going down here because you practically took care of a physical wall, my man. You took care of the Wheezing. You practically took care of the Skarmory. All I have to do is bring in something to finish it off. You know? And practically anything could. We'll go into Drift Bloom, because Drift Bloom we don't necessarily need for victory, but if we can use Drift Bloom to get this KO, then we're fine. It may also force the Slaking to come out, and if we can potentially burn this thing, or actually I probably should Strength Sap it, and we'll be in an alright spot. Raichu coming out, breaking the Focus Sash. Very, very interesting play. It does outspeed. Raichu's one of those super speedy Pokemon that is like super, super hard to actually deal with if used correctly. Let's go for a Calm Mind right now. That's what I was predicting, him to predict a switch. We should survive. I was hoping for the Citrus Berry to proc. No. I was really, really hoping for that Citrus Berry to proc. He might. I tell you what, he knew that Seraph wasn't going to proc our Citrus Berry there, but he probably wasn't expecting the Calm Mind, though. So you know what? We're okay. We're okay. Let's see. Vote Switch coming out. Ooh. Thank you, Calm Mind. Alright. So if the Slaking happens to come out here, we are faster. I can definitely Strength Sap it and start nullifying that attack immediately. Like, I feel like it might want to come in, but we can definitely Strength Sap. Scizor comes in? Scizor? Hey, thank you? Thank you, because that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I don't have to deal with that Scizor. Now, Scizor has to go for Bullet Punch, go before Drift Bloom. That means it cannot go for Defog, which is fine by me. Drift Bloom survived. Drifblim survive. That's awesome. Alrighty. Alright, so really? Bringing back out the Raichu. We do have our Unburden proc now, and we'll outspeed, and we should finish you off. Yeah, there you go. Drifblim is so busted. The biggest part is I don't think everyone knows exactly what its abilities are, and Unburden is amazing to just give you sweeps. Because when you're thinking about Drifblim, you do not think about it being a problem, but it's a huge problem. Hey, check this out, guys. Let's go for that strength stuff. You see what HP we're at, by the way? Like, we're almost dead. We're about to be back to full. Drifblim is about to be back to full HP. Check this out. Check this out. This is crazy. Free HP up to 225. And the Slaking has no. It has less attack now. And now he can't move this turn. We'll go for Will-O-Wisp. We can't hit him with Hex, but hey, I don't think he's Facade. If he happens to be Facade, you know what? That's fine. That's okay. Yep. I'm just gonna keep him in this turn. We'll switch on the next Truant turn, which will be this coming up turn. But yeah, we're got his Slaking under control right now. We got him under control. We're fine. We're fine. Play rough again. This ain't doing nothing. That ain't doing nothing. Awesome. So now we can switch. He's going for play rough, so it's probably smart to go into like, I mean, really and truthfully, we go into Regirock, we go into Crobat, Gyarados. Why not? Let's go into Gyarados. A lot of Gyarados' threats are gone. So we're alright. We're alright going into Gyarados right here. Give him another Intimidate cycle too? Yeah. Yeah, you're forced to switch. I mean, you're into Lapras. Okay. Good Pokemon. You know what? Let's see. Let's see if you have Freeze Dry. Okay, let's go for Dragon Dance, and we'll just see what this Lapras wants to do, right? I don't even know if Freeze Dry is necessarily in BDSP. If it is, like if... Oh, it is. There it is. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, so he does have Freeze Dry. So that's good information to know for later. Ooh, a lot of our team is now weak to Freeze Dry. That sucks. That really does suck. Let's go into Crobat. Crobat definitely outspeeds. This is like a 2-hit KO, but you know what? This is worth it. To go ahead and get this Lapras super low, and then we can go into something else to practically get us the W to end out the game too. He's got to be thinking though, like, who do you go into? That Slaking is definitely been nullified for sure, being burned. Again, I don't know if you have Facade, but if you do on that Slaking, it's officially like super powerful. Ice Beam. Interesting you don't go for Freeze Dry. Like, that's like your little trick that you go up against Gyarados with. I like it. I like it. For the coverage though, I wonder if Thunderbolt would be a little bit better than Freeze Dry. I don't know though. Alright, so now we can outspeed practically with anything. Let's go into Garchomp. We can get this KO with this against this Lapras. We'll go EQ here real quick. Alright, so Lapras does go down. So let's see, what's the next Pokemon that he could bring out? Yeah, I'm actually glad Lapras went away. Slaking, okay, fantastic. This thing is burnt. We don't necessarily know everything, but if he wants to go for Play Rough, I think we can take it. I do believe we can take a Play Rough. We could go into Regirock just to scout to see what he wants to do. And plus, then it gives us a free attack anyway. You know, Regirock's always a switch here, just because this is our Pokemon that we dedicated to battle the Slaking. Even though Giga Impact, hey, I'm pretty sure that means you don't have Facade, and that did no damage. And I just want to stick the damage to him. I don't necessarily want to miss a Rock Slide. That's why I'm going to be going for this Earthquake. I know it's not stabbed or anything, but you know what? It's still a good attack. It's 100 base power. That's good damage to a Pokemon that is very, very threatening. Even while burnt, this thing still hits like a truck, right? We'll switch up now though and go for the Rock Slide. I'm trying to think. Skarmory's his last Pokemon. So yeah, we definitely need to go for the Rock Slide this turn just in case he wanted to switch. Plus, I mean, now we get 2 free turns. Ah, we missed. See, that's why I didn't want to go for it. We can guarantee that we can hit our next attack by going for Earthquake. We know he cannot switch, and that's perfectly fine by me. We go for Earthquake here, get this KO, hopefully, right? And now all that's left is the Skarmory. And the Skarmory's asleep. Keep that in mind too, thanks to our Ursaring, right? This team has some surprises. Like, you don't expect a very offensive Ursaring to have Yawn. It also has Taunt. It's just like one of those super crazy things that you don't ever expect. Skarmory is asleep and he's about to die and he don't even know it. Skarmory wakes up, wow, and goes for the Roost? My man, what if I went for Earthquake? What if I went for Earthquake? That would have been such a ballsy play on my part though. But what if I did? What if I did? Okay, so this ain't too bad. Obviously, we're probably going to do what we did in game 1 and try and paraflinch this thing. Like I said, it's 50% chance. You're going for it again. What if I went for Earthquake, dude? You know I have it. You know I had it. And Roost takes away your flying for that turn. So you're super weak to Earthquake, dude. I don't think it would have picked up a KO, but it definitely nullified your Roost a little bit, you know? Alright, so now you're paralyzed. He's gonna hate me for this, by the way. But you know what? Why not take the win like this? Just start throwing some rocks. Getting the paraflinches. There it is. There it is. This might be the thumbnail. Regirock versus Skarmory, paraflinching to death. I don't know yet, guys. I ain't got that far of thinking, but definitely could be a thumbnail idea. Would be a pretty fun one too, I guess. Oh, he gets through. He gets through. He goes for the Swords Dance. All right, Regirock, we cannot let him get through anymore because I need you to be victorious here. If you can get a crit flinch, that would be ideal, for sure. Alrighty. Oh, no crit flinch, but we got the flinch. Got the flinch. See, now though, when he goes for Roost, now it's going to be so much safer because he is a slower Pokemon. Knowing that his flying wouldn't, practically it will be taken away, but by the next turn, by the time I attack, he's back to flying again. Oh, Brave Bird. Yeah, you gotta start doing some damage, right? Ooh. Yeah, I mean that's your own, that. So you don't have Steel Wing. Okay, that's good to note. I'm really curious then what your Skarmory set. So comment that down in the comments down below if you don't mind. Cause I kind of want to know even the EV spread. Really, like what are you rocking out with? Oh, a Suicide Skarmory at the end. Brave Bird trying to get this Regirock to go down. Fortunately, it failed miserably. But great game, Sergeant Booty Buckets. Had a blast. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys are new. And this is Wi-Fi Merriman signing out. Peace.